Oh, wow, look at the time. Remember we have to do that thing down by the place with that guy?
Did you actually think you could grift a meal?
A few days ago, Po made his much-awaited comeback in Kung Fu Panda 4. But will the martial arts animated series make a comeback in Kung Fu Panda 5? Though nothing is official, Kung Fu Panda 5 has been hinted at, suggesting that there is more to this franchise's story. The family-friendly series, which premiered in 2008 with its film, follows Po, a clumsy panda who gets chosen to be a guardian of the Valley of Peace despite his obvious flaws. With Jack Black's charisma serving as a major focal point, the Kung Fu Panda franchise has continuously provided laughs in well-made action sequences suitable for all ages.
If you insist.
Following sequels in 2011 and 2016, the franchise appeared to have faded from theaters until Kung Fu Panda 4 was announced and released on March 8, 2024. In the fourth chapter of the series, he searches for the next dragon warrior to take his place while battling the chameleon, the enemy who can change into any animal, with the assistance of Chen, an Awkwafina-voiced fox bandit. The character in question is a thief who makes an effort to steal goods from the Jade Palace.
Dragon Warrior, today I'll be guiding you with an inner peace meditation to help you let go of the stress of the day.
The two set out on a journey after she assures Po that she can take him to the chameleon. Meanwhile, Po's regular team, the Furious Five, is away on their own adventure. Although few critics praised the movie at first, describing it as safe and approachable, the franchise that has been around for 15 years was hardly altered. Above all, DreamWorks' box office problems were resolved with Kung Fu Panda 4, which is already expected to be a huge hit. The $632 million that Kung Fu Panda made at the box office was a huge accomplishment for animated movies. With $655 million, the second movie became the franchise's highest-grossing film.
Okay, big guy, we're really gonna have to wrap this up.
Nevertheless, the third movie's box office receipts decreased, grossing $521 million globally. But the previous movie's, the fourth movie, is anticipated to make between $45 and $50 million on its opening weekend. Even though it may find it difficult to match the previous movie's box office totals, the financial incentive may be appropriate enough to convince the animation studio to greenlight Kung Fu Panda 5. Regarding the fifth movie, DreamWorks hasn't taken any action because the fourth movie is still relatively new. But since the film is already expected to be a huge hit, the studio will probably want to take advantage of the positive attention it is receiving right now and reassure fans that there will be more in the franchise. Although the fourth movie seemed to be intended to be the last in the universe, a spin-off or sequel of some kind is probably in the works. Furthermore, the concept of a fifth movie was met with skepticism from fans on social media. However, a lot of people were ready to watch more Kung Fu Panda movies as long as the franchise maintained the caliber of the earlier movies and showed character development. Awkwafina, Bryan Cranston, Ronnie Chang, Jack Black, and other members of the voice cast to Kung Fu Panda 4 attended the film's premiere. Mike Mitchell and Stephanie, the film's new directors who took over from Jennifer, were also in attendance. This movie marked Stephanie's first feature-length directing project. She revealed that Po's story will be continued in later entries in the franchise while speaking with the media at the movie's LA premiere. Po is given the task of achieving his Dragon Warrior success in Kung Fu Panda 4, and many fans speculated that this plot point signified the conclusion of Jack Black's character's journey. However, she shared, "This is definitely not the end of Po's story. Please look forward to more." Some fans were unsure about the concept, but others were more upbeat as long as the movie maintained the earlier picture's caliber and attention to detail. A fan brought up the studio's previous 6-film commitment and said they would watch the movies if they depicted Po's development into a mentor and expert, akin to Ogwe. Other fans asserted that there ought to be a purpose behind the films, rather than the studio merely profiting off the franchise. A lot of fans wanted the movies to stay exactly as they were when they were released in 2008. These fans who grew up watching these movies desired that nostalgic quality to be present in all upcoming movies. One fan went on to say that instead of seeing new characters characters, he would prefer to see the return of the original cast. Nonetheless, online chats and rumors regarding Jack Black's possible comeback to the show have already started. The franchise may have been overextended with Po's story, according to earlier reviews of the movie. The original Kung Fu Panda films were supposed to be a 6-part series, so when the directors were asked in a recent interview if this movie would be the start of a new trilogy, Mitchell answered, "It's very possible, like I don't think anyone will ever get tired of seeing Jack Black as this panda." The most recent movie in the series felt a lot like a handing over of the torch.
Attention, mysterious figure! The Dragon Warrior is here to perform justice!
And if a 5th movie is ever made, the cast of Kung Fu Panda 4 may not come back together for it. Since 2008, Jack Black has starred in the franchise, but his satisfying character development in Kung Fu Panda 4 may make a comeback less likely. However, Black's appearance in the upcoming movie might make it more appealing to viewers without taking away from the new stars. Speaking of rising stars, it's very possible that Chen from Awkwafina will play the main role in any upcoming Kung Fu Panda movies. Even though this hasn't been formally confirmed, Po has now advanced to his next position as spiritual leader of the Valley of Peace. As he disclosed at the end of Kung Fu Panda 4. This is a significant shift for the character, and his hesitation to take on the role was similar to his hesitation to become the Dragon Warrior years earlier. A follow-up might examine Po's adjustment to his new position and depict him once more as an outsider who needs to learn to fit in for a job that others believe he's unfit for. But Kung Fu Panda 4 was essentially a passing of the torch, with Chen emerging as the new Dragon Warrior at the end of the movie. Kung Fu Panda 5 might follow the young fox as she attempts to absorb the same difficult lessons as Po, and it might humorously reverse roles by placing Po in the master's position. A combination of the two that tracks Po and Chen as they attempt to adjust to their new roles together would probably be the most likely outcome for a second sequel. But Kung Fu Panda 4's narrative sets up the ideal film spin-off for the franchise. DreamWorks would be wise to pursue a Furious 5 spin-off film given their recent and significant success. Though their appearance in the credits may indicate that they will return in some capacity, we didn't see them throughout the most recent installment. The Furious 5's presence in Kung Fu Panda 5 makes sense because they assisted Po in training Chen to become the new Dragon Warrior. There have been hints that Kung Fu Panda 4 might begin a new trilogy. A 5th film has not yet officially been announced. If the plans for the trilogy come to pass, the Furious 5 would probably play a role in upcoming sequels. As each of the Furious 5 was assigned a different mission in Kung Fu Panda 4, those movies could potentially delve deeper into the missions mentioned in the film. In this way, Kung Fu Panda 4 indirectly sets up a spin-off for every character. An entirely different mission that serves as the basis for a spin-off film could also bring Tigress, Monkey, Crane, Viper, and Mantis together. DreamWorks may have planned for the Furious 5 to star in an upcoming feature-length film. Given the success spin-offs from its other franchises have had, this could explain the group's absence from Kung Fu Panda 4. For DreamWorks, a Furious 5 spin-off film would be a logical move given their recent run of huge success. A spin-off of the Shrek series, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, was released in 2022 and was incredible. For a straightforward Shrek spin-off, the movie surprised everyone by becoming a critical and commercial success. Because the Furious 5 have a sizable fan base and a clear potential for spin-offs, they have the potential to achieve the same level of success that Puss in Boots did. One of DreamWorks' most highly regarded animated series is the Kung Fu Panda series. With the 4th movie expected to carry on its success, a Furious 5 film might boost the series' popularity even further. Although there hasn't been an official announcement of any kind regarding the release date, the earliest release for a 5th movie would be in 2028, as this marks the 20th anniversary of the first Kung Fu Panda movie. For now, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.